Hello there, ladies and mostly gentlemen. I'm going to show you how to tie a very simple tie knot today. It is called the Shelby or the Pratt knot. I'm going to go really quickly through this, and then towards the end of the video or the second half of the video I will show you a more slow step-by-step demonstration of how to tie it. So this is just a quick reminder for those of you who might already know how to tie it. The Pratt or Shelby knot. Go across that side, over across this side, through there. And when you're tying this, you can always just have a mirror, or imagine that I'm your mirror and just do exactly what I do, and you should come out really well with just the perfect. There it is. That's the Shelby or Pratt knot. Okay, and I'm going to go through now more slowly, and show you how to tie it more slowly. So I'm going to go ahead and untie it, and this is the slower version if you're trying to learn how to tie this knot. Very simple knot again. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the tie itself towards the end, specifically the one I have here. And then I also just want to say, make sure you match your tie properly with your shirt. You always want to, either choose a color on the tie. Like this has a little blue here, and it's a darker blue. It fits very well with a light blue shirt. Almost any tie will go with a white shirt, and then almost, a light blue shirt goes with a lot of different ties. And then if you want to get a little bit more kind of contrast, you can click a video about actually choosing proper matching your shirt to your tie more properly by clicking the link up there. But so now back to the slow tying process. So you want to always have the back side of the tie facing out away from you. You want and then just do this as if you're watching me in the mirror. So just grab this into your left hand, put this into your right hand, and just follow along exactly with what I do. You should come out with the right knot. Anyway, you take the wider end, and you're going to take that and put it under the narrow end like this. You're then going to take this part and roll it over the top. So just take this part, you roll it over this one, and then you pull it all the way through like that. Now you're going to go across, so just take this, this should still be the back of the tie. Take it across like this, and then take this, once it's here, up, behind, through this space here, and just take it up like that. Okay, and now the last step is just to take this last piece of material you have here, after you lift this up. It'll be a loop here. You want to take the wide end and just loop it through there. And then you always want to just adjust it, make sure that it's, you can put a dimple into it. But you don't have to. And in terms of the length of your tie, you always want the tie to just kind of reach the bottom or the very top of your belt buckle. That's a proper length. Maybe a little bit above, a little bit below, but not too much. Sometimes I see guys wearing a tie that's just too far down or just like way up to here. I mean, if you have a vest on, you can afford having a very short tie, but otherwise make sure that it's about this long here. So then you want to take the narrow end, stick it through the loops here. I also want to mention, up here, you want to make sure you've got this properly centered, and you don't have to button the top button. Some people prefer that, some don't. But now, what I want to say is, this specifically, what's also cool is, some people wear a tie clip if they want to have the tie not swing out if they're leaning over. This Dark Knot Company, which actually I got this tie from them, it's very cool. They provide you with a very little card here that'll tell you the pattern of the tie. So this is the Berkshire Abstract. They'll tell you what type of shirt will go with it and what kind of suit to wear. So that's really cool. And the other cool thing is you can always contact them or call them, and they'll tell you, they'll help you choose a shirt to wear with their tie, which is kind of crazy. I'm not sure if there's somebody on the line all the time or what, but also the other cool thing they provide with this, they call this a label loop, and it's just a little piece of plastic acrylic material or whatever it is, and you just stick it through this loop here, and then you can button it to the buttons nearest to the loop that you have. And what this does is it basically is in place of a tie clip. And that's really cool because it keeps your tie close to your body if you happen to lean over, you know, so you don't have to wear a clip. So there we go. So you want to make sure you have that in place, and just make sure it's nice and neat up here. Make sure you have the proper length of tie down here, and mine might be a little bit too short. Actually, I'd want to readjust it and drop it down another inch. So actually, and I will explain you how to do that. So if you wanted to drop your tie down, make it a little bit longer. Very simple way to do that. Just back up with the steps of the tie. So I'm going to pull this out. But make sure that this actual core here doesn't fall apart. Make sure nothing moves here at this very last part here, okay? So see how I kept that together there till the end? So when you get to this part, if you want to make the tie longer, all you would do is you just want to slide the long end, pull it out from under this, how much you want to make it longer. So I wanted to add about a half an inch, or I'm sorry, about 1.5 inches. So I would just pull it through and add that 1.5 inches. Pop my collar again, I guess. And then just tie it again, and this may be just a nice little review for you again. And this should lengthen the actual tie to the proper length that I want. In my case, this is a 58-inch tie. If you're about under 6'1", this is technically the proper length of tie for you. It doesn't hurt to get a longer tie because you can tie cooler knots and more complicated knots and use up a lot more material instead of have the proper length of tie. But this does work. So here we go. This is retied now, and I think I'm doing this now much more quickly. And I like that length much more. There we go. So there we go, guys. That's how you tie the Pratt or Shelby knot. One more time, and just always a shout out for the dark knot. They have very nice ties, high quality handmade silk, 100% silk knots or silk ties. And also, if you want to see some other really cool tie knots, you can click some videos here on the sides. They will pop up. There's a Trinity knot, which is very popular up here. I also have a couple of other ones that are pretty cool. Just check those out, and also check out my channel. I have a lot of other stuff on my channel, and enjoy that. And click the subscribe button down here, and ask questions or leave comments below. Thank you very much for watching.